So, now, if you remember very well, when you have a right angled triangle like this one, when you have a right angled triangle like that one, so we know to say the longest side is our hypotenuse. So if we have our theta here, then we know this is our adjacent, then this is our opposite. Okay, so the opposite side is the side that is opposite to the given angle. The adjacent is the side that touches the angle. Then the hypotenuse is the longest side of the right angle triangle. Right angle triangle is that triangle there which has this thing here. So it's like this, and then it has that thing to show that that is 90 degrees. Okay, so this is the right angle triangle. Then from this right angle triangle, there's what we call as SOHCAHTOA. Okay, there's what we call as SOHCAHTOA. Now, that one simply means sine theta. This SOH simply means sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So we have opposite over hypotenuse. That's this part here. The second part here simply means cos theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Then the other part here simply means tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. Opposite over adjacent. That's what that means. Okay. So just that at the moment, the question we're dealing with has got doesn't have much to do with this, but you need to know sine theta. You need to understand SOHCAHTOA. Say sine theta is equal to if this is a theta, so sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. Then if this is a theta, cos theta is going to be adjacent over hypotenuse. Then tan theta is going to be opposite over adjacent. That's how you work out the SOHCAHTOA. Then we also have what we call as Pythagoras theorem. So Pythagoras theorem tells us that if we have this triangle here, and then we have it, let me redo it like this. So we have A, B, C. So making this the side that is opposite to A there, this is our side A. B is here, the side opposite to B, that's our B. C is here, the side opposite to C, that's our C. So now Pythagoras theorem says want to find B, so I'm going to say B squared is equal to B squared is equal to A squared plus C squared. Okay, so this is what we have from Pythagoras theorem. That's what the Pythagoras theorem states. That B squared, the hypotenuse here, the square of the hypotenuse is the same as when you square this plus this one. That's what the hypotenuse talks about. So for a right angled triangle, if you are given two sides A and C, and then you are asked to find B, this is this is the formula that you use. Okay, so you use this formula to find the missing side. Okay, so like I was saying that the questions that come in paper 2 are not much to do with this. We're going to find this, I think, in paper 1, but for paper 2, there's nothing much to do with this that I'm teaching you. So let's go quickly to what we have the type of questions that we have in paper 2, which gives us the question that we are dealing with now. So if there's a question, don't raise your hand, just start speaking, because the phone that I use to see when you raise your hand, I'm using it. So there's only one phone here. So you let me know if you have any question, you just start speaking. So let's go back to 2016. So 2016, we had this question, which says the diagram the diagram below shows the location of three secondary schools. Okay, so the secondary schools, namely Kamuvala, symbolized by K, Velengani or Velengani, symbolized by V, and Pendeni, symbolized by P, in a district. Then we are told that P is 5 kilometers from K. B is 3 kilometers from K. And the angle PKB is equal to 110 degrees. Okay, so then we have this triangle here, which represents the information given above. We have P here, we have K there, we have B there, and we have 110 degrees there. So 5 kilometers, we have 3 kilometers. Okay, so now the question says calculate A, part 1 is saying calculate BP, this distance here. Then part 2 says the area of triangle, BKP. Okay, then part 3 says calculate the shortest distance from K to BP, from K to BP. Okay, so this is the question that we have here. So now we have the diagram below, which shows the location of 3 secondary schools, namely Kamuvala, which is K here, and Berengani, which is B there, and Pendeni, which is P here, in one district. So P is 5 kilometers from K. So from K to P is 5 kilometers. B is 3 kilometers from K. So from K to B is 3 kilometers. And the angle PKB. So the number that is in the middle is the one that carries the angle there. And even when you see that thing there on top, it means the angle is here on K. This is equal to 110. We are given in the question. So now we are asked to find, to calculate, one, we are asked to calculate the length of side B, PB or BP. Then two, we are asked to calculate the area of this triangle. Okay, and then thereafter we are asked to calculate the shortest distance from K to BP. So shortest distance here. Okay, when that line is at 90, that's when we get the shortest distance. Okay, so let's see how we can work out this question. Let's see how we can work out this question. So with this with what we have here on the board, let me just rub this so that we can, since we have the diagram, we can use the diagram to refer. So when you have this is not a right angled triangle, because we said the right angled triangle is something that has 90 degrees there, 60 there, and 30 there. Okay, that's what makes it a 90 degrees. That's what makes it a right angled triangle. So this kind of a triangle we have here is not a right angled triangle. So for a right angled triangle, area, we simply say area is equal to half BH, where this is our H, this is our base, B is for the base. So the area of this triangle is half the base times the height. That's how we find the area of this triangle. So now from there we say, for this one, which is a non-right angled triangle, if we have it like this, okay, let's say this is our A, B, C. So because this is A, we have angle A there. Okay, this is B, we have angle B here. This is C, we have angle C there. But since this is angle A, the opposite side is what gives us side A, and we use a small letter A to represent the side A. And then since this is B, and this side here is opposite to angle B, this becomes our side B. Since this is angle C and this part is opposite to angle C, it becomes our side C, and we use a small letter C to represent that side there. So now, when we are given, let's say we are given two sides, C and we're given C and B, and then we are asked to find A. A we are not given. So what we do here is, and let's say we are given this angle here, angle A. So we're given angle A, and then we want to find side A. So what you do is this. So angle A, side A, we're going to say, since we have this angle, so we're going to say A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos this angle here, which is given, cos A. That is what we have. So for us to find this side A, since we only have one angle and two sides, so when we have only one angle and two sides, so this is the formula that we use. This formula is called the cosine rule. Okay, so the same formula can be used to find the B, to find the C. So you need to be given the angles that are needed. So for instance, when we are finding C, we can say C squared is equal to, so since we are finding C, you have to use A and B here, and then also here. So we're going to have A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cos C. This angle for this side which you are looking for, which is cos C. So if we are finding B, it's going to be B squared is equal to, since we are finding B, so here we are going to use A and C. So A squared plus C squared minus 2AC, then cos C. Because the angle for this side which you are looking for, which is B. So that's what we have there. So we only use these angles when we are given two sides and one angle. And it should always be like this. The angle is here, and there's a side here, and there's a side there. So this is how it goes. Okay, so you are looking for the other side, so you use the angle for the opposite side when you're looking for that side there. Okay, so that's what we have. So this one is what we call as cosine rule. So this is a cosine rule. Okay, cosine rule. So here, if you want to find the area for this triangle, we're going to say area is equal to half AB sine A. Okay, half AB sine A. Now, this is what I rubbed here. So this is why you say you have this triangle. Whatever the other part, we don't really care. What we need is there should be A here, B here, and the angle here, the angle A, which is this one here. So the two sides, these two sides here, they are the ones that should form the angle which you should put here. So for instance, here, if we want to calculate the area, if we are going to use C and B here, okay, if we're going to use C and B, then we're going to say, if we're going to use C and B, we're going to say area is equal to half CB cos the angle here is A. Okay, we use that angle A. So if we want to use this angle here, then we are going to say area is equal to half, then we have BA or AB cos, no, this is supposed to be sine, not cos. It's supposed to be sine. We have sine here. So for area, you use sine. So AB, so we're going to use AB sine this angle here, which is C. So if you want to use C and A here, then it's going to be area is equal to half AC sine. These two sides, they make this angle here. So you put sine B there. Now you can only pick one of these. You cannot do them all like this. So you can only pick one which you feel, no, this one can work for me. So you pick the one that will have enough information where you have an angle in between and then you have the two sides. Then you pick that one. Okay, so for this one, we are saying if you have these two sides and then you have that angle there, then you can use this one for finding the area of that triangle. So if you only have this angle but you have these two sides, then you can use this one. You say area is equal to AC sine B. Then you're going to find the area of that triangle. Okay, so after you found the area of the triangle, then everything else will follow on how you can find the shortest distance and the like. So in fact, the shortest distance is the formula is for the shortest distance. The formula is distance is equal to 2A over B. Okay, so distance, the shortest distance is 2 times the area. So you find the area, then 2 times the area which you have found, divide by B. B is the longer side. The longer side is the one which is your base. So the longer side is the one that is going to be your base. Okay, so the longer side will be your base. Okay, so that's what we have there. Any question? Any question? Okay, great. So let's move. So we know how to find the area of an irregular triangle and a non right angle triangle. So we use this. We know how to find the distance, the shortest distance of the same triangle. We know how to find the missing side. If we are given all the three sides, and if we are given two sides and one angle, then we can find the missing side. Now, there's also one thing we need to know. sometimes we can be given some fewer information. So let's say, for instance, we are given this is our A, B, and this is our C. So let's say we are given angle A. We are given angle A. Then we are not given side A. Then we are given angle B, theta 2. Then we are also given B. Okay. Then we are asked to find the value of this side A. So here the formula we use is what we call as sine rule. So we use sine rule. Now these rules you need to understand them. We had cosine rule there where we are saying a squared is equal to c squared plus b squared minus 2cb cos A. Now for sine rule here, we're going to say you do the ratios. So this side A over, so I have A over sine angle A is equal to, you go to side B over sine B, which can also be the same as C over sine C. So you take those ratios. Now, out of these ratios, you only need two which have got the information you're looking for. You don't need all the three like this. So now, if we're asked to find the value of A here, what are we going to do? We know side A and angle A should be there. So this one should be there. Then which one do we have information? We don't have angle C. So what are we going to put here? Nothing. We don't have side C. What are we going to put here? Nothing. So therefore, we leave out this one. So we're only going to go for these two. So these two are going to give us the value of A. Because B we already have. And the angle B we have. The angle A we have. So it's only this one which we don't have. So all these we have. So because it's the only one which is we don't have, we can still find it by crossing multiply, and then we do the we equate this is equal to that, and so on and so forth. So we should be able to find the value of A. Okay, so let's come back to our question. If there are no questions based on what have been said, let's come back to our question and see how best we can solve it. So the question is saying we have this triangle here. So we are asked to calculate A, we are asked to calculate BP. BP here, this side BP. So when you look at this one, BP is equal to, what formula are we going to use to calculate BP? Are we going to use cosine rule, or we are going to use sine rule? Who can quickly tell us what formula we are going to use there? Don't raise your hand, just shout the answer.
We're going to use cosine rule.
Okay, why are we using cosine rule?
Because we have side B, also angle K.
Okay, so that is correct. So we only have one angle. So it's very difficult to use sine rule, because sine rule would say this side over this angle, quite all right. Then this side over that angle, but we don't have that angle. Or this side over this angle, we don't have these two angles. And it's difficult to find the two angles direct there. So therefore, we use cosine rule. Because cosine rule here, this is our K, a small k, this is our small p, and this is our small b. So now, to find K here, we are simply going to say, we are going to say K squared is equal to B squared plus P squared minus 2BP cos the angle of this one which we are looking for, which is cos K, like that. That's what we are going to do. So the one that you are looking for, this one squared, is equal to this one which you have plus that one which you have minus this times this minus 2, this times this, then cos this angle which is opposite to the side that you are looking for. So that is the formula which we use to find the value of K. So therefore we can continue and say K squared is equal to, our B is 5, so 5 squared plus our p is 3, so 3 squared minus 2, our b is 5, our p is 3, then we have cos, here we have 110, 110. So k squared is equal to 5 squared, that is 25, plus 3, this is supposed to be squared. 3 squared, we have 9, minus 2 times 5, that is 10. 10 times 3, that is 30. So I have 30 cos 110. Okay. So k squared is equal to 25 plus 9, that is 34. So we're going to have 34 minus. Who has a calculator to help us with 30 cos 110? So you begin with the cos 110, then you multiply cos 110 by 30. Anyone? So this one is going to give us negative 10.2606,043, which is going to be equal to, so I think k squared, let me just push it a bit the other side. So I'm going to say k squared is equal to, so 34 minus minus, we're going to have 34 plus minus minus will give us plus 10.2606,043. So k squared is equal to 34 plus that, we're going to get in 44.2606,043. So to find the value of k, we square root both sides. So we take the square root of both sides so that we remain with k here. K is equal to, so when we take the square root of 44.260604, it's going to give us k is equal to 6.656864,368. So you can confirm these answers. So therefore, when we round off to 2 decimal places, so we can cut here. Then the number that is after this line, if it's 5 or more, then you can add something here. So it will be 6.66. Okay. That is what we have, 6.66 kilometers. Just we are dealing with kilometers. So here we have 6.66 kilometers. Any question? Any question on what we have done? Okay, no question.
Sir,
Yes,
sir,
yes.
me I'm confused on those numbers.
Which numbers?
34 plus 10.6. They are okay.
Which numbers?
It's 34 plus 10.260643.
Yes.
Where have you find those numbers? Where have you find those numbers?
So this is cos 110 times 30. You have a calculator with you?
No.
Yes, so you do cos 110, then you multiply that by 30, it's going to give you this.
Okay,
Is-
thank you.
Okay, great. Any other question? Okay, let's go to the area. So let's find area. So we find area. Find area. So what's the formula for finding the area? Who remembers? For this kind of a triangle, area is equal to what?
Area is equals to half
Uh-huh.
BP.
Half BP sine what? Correct. So half BP sine K. So this and this, these are the two numbers here, the two sides. And then the angle that is formed by these two sides is the one that we put here, which is K. And it's the only angle that we have. So we use this plus this, this and this, and the angle that they form in between there, which is sine K. So area is going to be half times our B is 5 times our P is 3, then times sine 110, which is going to be half times 5 times 3, that's 15. 15 times sine 110. So who has found the answer there? So 2 into 15 is 7.5. So you can say 7.5 sine 110. So what is sine 110 times 7.5? Sine 110 times 7.5. Who has found the answer?
7.00476.
Oh, wait for me. You are saying 7.04.
476
Uh-huh.
94
Uh-huh.
65
Uh-huh.
6.
Good. So now we have to leave the answer to two decimal places. So we cut after the two decimal places, we cut there. Then we look at the number after this line. If it's 5 or more, meaning we have to add the 1 to this one on the other side. So this is going to give us 7.05. Since we are finding area, we're going to say unit squared. Okay, or square unit. So this is no, we have the units here, these are kilometers, so you can put kilometer squared. If you don't have units, you just say unit squared. So this is these are kilometers, so I'm going to say kilometer squared. So that's our area, kilometer squared. Any question? Any question on the area? Okay, so let's go to the shortest distance. Let's go to the shortest distance. So shortest distance D is equal to, so now the shortest distance we are saying is from K to BP. Gatufuna chaka shortcut hapa, instead yoenda ku B then you go to P, you just do a shortcut pa. Okay, boy nyamuka ku B uko, let's meet pakati. Then we are from K, you do a shortcut here. So this is the shortest distance from K to BP. It has to form a 90 degrees here for it to be the shortest. If it doesn't form 90 degrees, then it's not the shortest. So 90 degrees makes it the shortest there. Okay, so now we want to find this distance from K to that. So who remembers the formula for the shortest distance? Who remembers the formula?
Is it not area is equals to half the
Distance. Did I say the area? Oh. I mean the distance, the formula for the distance. Who remembers the formula for distance? I wrote it also at some point. Yes, Mr. Chireshe, are you there? Mtasha? Eh. Okay, Mtasha has just joined. She has left again. Okay. Astrida, what was the formula? Okay, so I said D is equal to 2A over B. Okay, that's what I said the formula is. Where the A is the area, then the B is the longest side, which is our base. So this is going to be 7.02 times 7.05, which is our area. Then over B is 6.66, 6.66, like that. So Lumba, what is 2 times 7.05?
It's 14.1.
Okay, ladies first.
It's 14.1.
14.1. So 14.1 divide by 6.66, what do we get?
2.11.
We get 2.1171
71.
17. Okay, and so on and so forth. So only interested in the two decimal places there. So you see the 7 is bigger than 5. Or if it was 5 itself, we could have rounded off. So now, when we round off here, we get 2.12 kilometers. So that is how we find the shortest distance from K to BP. Any question?
Sir,
Yes.
may I use the one this different formula? And I got exactly the same answer.
Did you use half BH?
Yes.
So this formula comes from half BH. I didn't just want to go that way. I thought I would confuse you. So if you are okay with half BH, then that's perfect.
Okay.
Yes. So for just maybe for curiosity's sake, so when you consider half BH, we are saying the formula is area is equal to half BH. So we are trying to make H the subject of the formula. We need to do what? We need to get rid of half and get rid of B. So how do we get rid of half? We multiply everything by 2. So 2 times A, we're going to have 2A is equal to 2 times half, it will give you 1. Okay, so meaning this and that cancels, so we remain with BH. Then to get rid of B, we divide by B, both sides. So this and that cancels. Then we remain with H is equal to 2A over B. So now, I didn't want us to go all this way to start coming up with that formula. That's why I just gave you direct to say it's 2A over B. So it comes exactly from this. Is that okay, Lumba?
Yes, it is.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for that. Any other concern? Okay, so there is part B to this question. We are done. So here what you expect is to be asked to find the area, the distance, and the shortest distance. Area, a side, and the shortest distance. So these are the things that you are required to do. So sometimes it depends. The other questions you need to use sign rule, like this question here. Let me just the other concepts are the same, so maybe we can just do the sign rule and then I leave the other things for you to do. Okay, so this one came in 2017. In 2017, so we had this. So here we had the 46. Here we had 36. Then we had R, P, and Q. Then here we had 36.5 centimeters. Then we are asked to find the PQ. PQ here, this side PQ, which is the opposite to R, so this is the small letter R. So we are asked to find the R. Then from there, the next question was find the area. Then from there was the next question was find the shortest distance from R to PQ. So area you can find, shortest distance from here to there you can find. I don't think there should be a problem on those. But now maybe finding R, let's try to do that one together in the remaining time. So is there someone who is saying something? Okay, I heard someone trying to say something. Can we continue?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So we continue. So when you look at this question here, what formula do you think we can use? Why?
Because we only have two angles.
Two angles, one side we use sine rule. When we have two sides, one angle, we use cosine rule. So now here we are going to say this one is a full set. It has the angle P and the side P. Okay, and then now we want to find that one. So what we need here is this angle here and that side. But we don't have this angle, so we need to solve this angle first, so that we can say this side over sine this angle is equal to the side we are looking for over sine this angle here. So how do we find that angle there? Chirufia, how do we find this angle here? Mutasha, you can help. How do we find that angle there? Astrid ama screen yamusharing ayo tizaonako na vinanguka. Stop sharing your screen. We're able to see everything you are doing. Okay, so Mutasha, are you able to help how to find this angle here, X? Okay, so this angle X here is we are going to say okay, so we're going to have the total interior angles is 180. The total interior angles is 180. So when we add all the three angles here, we should get 180. So X, we're going to say X plus 46 plus 36 should give us 180. So now we're going to say X, 36 plus 46, what do we get? Get 82, if I'm not mistaken. Kindly confirm that. Then X is going to be 180 minus 82. Okay, so X is going to be 98. That is, if I'm not mistaken. So you get X is equal to 98 degrees. Is that correct? Those with calculators is correct, right? So we have 98 there. So now we have a full set for this and that with what we are looking for, and that one also. So I'm going to say R over sine big R, the angle R there is equal to small p. This is our small p here. So I'm going to say p side p over sine angle p. Okay, so our R we don't know. So I'm going to say R over sine, our R is 98, is equal to, our P is 36.5 over, then our sine P is going to be sine, our P is 46 like that. So at this point we cross multiply, so R times this, we're going to have R sine 46 is equal to 36.5 times sine 98, we're going to get 36.5 sine 98. So we divide this side by sine 46, divide this side by sine 46. So that cancels. Our R is equal to, so you can try to work out that one. When you work it out, you're going to get 50.24716.343. When you round off here, so your R is going to be 50.25 centimeters. That's what you're going to have there. Any question? Any question? So the rest now, the area you can find, we have two sides here, you can use the angle there to find the area. Then the shortest distance here is simply distance is equal to 2 times area divided by the longest side, which is R. You are done. You have solved this question. So that is what we have. So the other part which I should mention before we can call it a day, which comes on this part, it's also there in the area question which we had, and also the question in the paper, it is also there. So let me work it out. So we have, it says part B. Usually part B will come like this. Solve the equation. Solve the equation tan theta is equal to 0.7 for 0 degrees is less than or equal to theta less than or equal to 180 degrees. Okay, so we are asked to find, to solve this equation, tan theta is equal to 0.7. We should find the value of theta that gives us 0.7. When we say tan, that value of theta there, it will give us 0.7. So the theta we're going to find should be between 0 and 180. So now how we work out this one, we say solution, we're going to say tan theta is equal to 0.7. So to find the value of theta, you say theta is equal to tan inverse of 0.7. Okay, so your calculator has got tan inverse. It has got a shift button. That's why it says shift. Okay, so when you press, sometimes the shift button is in different colors. Some calculators it is in yellow, some calculators it's in different colors. So when you press on shift, then press on tan, then on the calculator there to bring something like this, tan inverse. Then you enter 0.7. Then it will give you the value of theta. Okay, so here it's giving theta is equal to 34,992,0202. So we round off also. So this is 34. We can round off here. So it's going to give us theta is equal to 35 degrees. Okay, so we can round up to something, the nearest centimeter. So we have 35 degrees. So this is supposed to be 34 point. Yeah, 34 point something, 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 something. So we round off to the nearest degree. Hello? You are trying to say something? Yes.
Where is that 25 come from?
Ah,
They are calculating where is that 34 coming from?
the tan inverse of 0.7, it will give you this. So if you have a calculator, what about what?
The 25.
So this is 34.9 degrees. So you round off to the nearest degree, which is 35 degrees.
Okay.
Yes, that's what gives us 35 there. So this is 35 degrees. Yeah, like that. Any other question? Any other question?
Sir, now what if we put it like 34.99? Will it be a mistake or?
Yeah, 34.99. 34.99. This one is very close to 35. So it's better you just round it up to 35. 34.99. Even in ShopRite, when you go and buy something, they write to say 34.99. They will not give you that change. They will make it 35. Out of 50, they only give you 15 kwacha as change, because they have done that mathematics of rounding off. So they go to the nearest whole number, which is 35.
Okay.
Yes. So you can leave it like that. There's no problem. You'll still get all the marks correct. Okay, so usually, let me say, usually angles are not left to two decimal places. Angles are left to one decimal place, if I'm not mistaken. So when you round off that to leave it to one decimal place, it will go back to 35. So the other quantities are the ones that we leave to two decimal places, but angles, they are rounded up to the nearest. In fact, they are rounded up to the nearest degree for angles. But even if you left it like this, no one will mark you wrong for that, because that is correct already. Okay, any other question before we can call it a day? Now, I have a challenge with you guys where it comes to physics. Those that are doing physics, you are never there. We have missed physics for 2 times now. So sometimes let me know if you are not going to be available, so that I can also do other things, because I usually have to rush. I have to sit down, go through this, go through that, rush home. So sometimes if you feel you are not going to be there for class, you simply let me know, say, sorry, sitizapezekako, so that I'm also aware. Unlike where I wait 20 minutes, no one, 30 minutes, no one, until I cancel the class. So we meet tomorrow, 17 hours, those that we are meeting for physics, 17 hours to 18 hours. Astrid.
Sorry, sir, I wanted to ask questions for tomorrow.